No, compound's open. What's that? Magnet. Gotta love the magnets. There we go. And it didn't work. It didn't work already. Great. Put it right there. All right. We're locked in, boys. Locked in. Peace in the Middle East. Peace on our time, huh? Could that happen? Is that a thing? Is that what we're going through? People my age never understood peace. Actually, I would say almost most Americans, depending on what side of the aisle you're from, we haven't lived in a peaceful time in not since I've been born. Not since the 80s. Even then, before that was, I mean, I don't think America is involved in pretty much anything anymore, are we? Once the Middle East is, Howard, what's up, brother? May peace be, may peace be with you. What's going on, Howard? Yeah, man, peace. Look at that, peace in our time. You know, whoever would have thought? Whoever would have thought? Oh, it's pouring down here too, man. It's raining. We got crazy weather. Crazy weather out here. Yeah, peace in our time, brother. Yeah, man, I honestly, dude, that whole peace thing and the hostages, I didn't believe it until, like, pretty much this morning. So I've been hearing about all the hostages coming home. But that's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. I try to, all weekend, pretty much Thursday, Friday, whenever I started hearing about this, I try to play it as not a big deal, not really gonna happen, and I've been trying to stay away from watching any news for quite some time, but after this peace, once I started hearing, I was like, no, I don't want to get involved. And then, by golly, I think it's real, because sometimes, you know, you can't, people run their mouth, you don't know what they're actually planning on doing, and you know, Trump's a very hyperbolic guy, so, you know, take his word with a grain of salt most of the time, but he nailed this one, man. I'm shocked. I can't believe it, to be quite honest. Is America done with, like, I think we're done with like wars and stuff for a long time. Peace in our time. I've never, America, as long as I've been born, we've been at war for, I think, for the first 4 years of my life, we haven't been at war, and ever since then we have, man. It's been, I'm glad it's over. Gotta take care of our own peeps. Now, I did hear there was an ICE raid around here somewhere. It was by the Section 8. I live by Section 8 housing. Shocking, huh? Shocking that Section 8 housing was being used for illegal people in our country. Unreal, man. Hi, bro. I'm Indian. Hey, what's up? I'm American, brother. What's going on, man? How's good old India? You guys, the only thing I need to tell you about India is you guys got to learn how to take care of your rivers and country and stuff. there seems to be a little issue with that out there. But what's up, man? Modi seems like a cool dude. Even though you guys do a lot of business with like our foes, I don't blame you. I would do the same thing if I were in your shoe. Just take care of your country, man. You gotta clean up, maintenance, maintain. I'm trying to find the ice raids out here. I want to see the big old trucks, man. But this stream will be kind of short. It's raining out here. You know, I want to be safe than sorry. We'll see what happens. Yeah, man. I can't believe I can't let go of all the hostages, man. I mean, that was your only leverage. And after this is what I would say if me and Howard and Ben and Gold were in a room together and this deal just got done, hostages are released, everything's fine, we'll sign the deal, we'll do whatever. I would whisper in, I would say in a room of us four, I would just say, let Israel could do whatever they want now. I would wink at Israel and say, we got it all done, man, just get it done. Don't put anything on the news. Get it over with. You know, it's like we sign it now, and then you still continue on the mission. It's just the news reporters won't be there. You know, we can pass it off as a little skirmish outside of Gaza, or like, you know, people of Hamas don't like the deal and they're trying to fight back a little bit, but not a big deal. You know, a terrorist attack. It'll be called a terrorist attack again. Yeah, terrorists are bombing, no problem. But meantime, Israel's still, maybe not with their whole force of the military, but you know, they're still gonna go after these guys. Like, it just take Israel's past. They still hunt down Nazi hunters, dude. You know, they're not gonna let this shit fly. But you gotta have peace, man. You gotta. We're done. We can't do this now. Very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. DMV's looking. Not a lot of people. I gotta make an appointment with DMV too. Uncle Andy, we're checking in, brother. What's going on, man? Semper Fi. Semper Fi, brother. We're trying to find the Section 8 housing where I live by and see if we can't find our ICE agent brethrens. But I think they're we started hearing that there's ICE agents out here in the Section 8. And it's pouring rain, man. It'll be a fast stream, guys. It's raining down there. Oh yeah, what's up, Jason? I can't see 2 feet in front of me, man. It's pretty wild out here. Pretty wild, but we're gonna be in. It started raining like last night at like 8 in the morning, or 9, 11 at night. I can't see. 11 at night, something like that. It started really coming down pretty heavy. I had to buy a new cover for the good old my motorhome. Policia. There we go. Yeah, it's farther. It's wild. Peace in our time. It'll be interesting, man. I think, yeah, Israel's still gonna attack these guys. I think just do it more. You know, I would start using more of like the SEAL teams if they have those. You know, Ricky Recons, Jumping Judy, something like that. But you can't use your full stint in the military anymore. Rebuild, get it over with. Egypt can go back to normal. Come on, baby. Get your fat ass around here. There we go. But I mean, I was born in '87, man. Since 1990 or probably '89, United States have been at war. So I'm glad it's over, man. That's a big thing, dude. That, in my mind, that's a huge thing. I mean, that's like officially ending the Vietnam conflict. It's like, dude, we don't have to keep going to Asia and doing some weird shit out there. It's like, dude, we're done. Damn, I only paid $2K for 2-bedroom condo. $2K for 2-bedroom? That's not bad. It's not bad. What's up, Mikey? My Section 8 1-bedroom is $15 a month. That's a lot, man. Out here, I don't know how much it's. I'm trying to find the ICE vehicles that were around the Section 8 housing I live by, but I couldn't find them. We started seeing on like my family started seeing stuff on Facebook and in the local paper that ICE agents were all around here bust cracking skulls, dude. Well, they're sneaky. Yeah, I don't know how much Section 8 is. I never looked into that. Yeah, I don't know. Most people I know that are poor or need help end up just living in a motorhome or RV somewhere. Even though those are now really expensive, like stupid expensive now. Indian food. The next war that needs to end is the good old Ukrainian front, man. I wonder. That's a big one. That's a big one to end. And a lot of rumors with China, man, and Xi Jinping. A lot of weird rumors. But China's a bunch of pussies, dude. Have you met like an Asian guy? They're usually fucking pussies, dude. Like well, I'm just saying Chinese people are Japanese people and Vietnamese and Taiwanese, they're badass people. It's just, I'm only thinking of Chinese. The Chinese are so beaten down because of the CCP. I remember I had this Chinese guy try to talk to me once, and I yelled at him because he was trying to be really disrespectful. And then, you know, he did what CCP members do. They, oh no, I was talking to you about this. Like, you misunderstood me. I'm like, no, bro, you came up to me and started bitching at me for some reason. And I told you to sit back down in your fucking car. And he goes, oh no, I didn't mean no. Oh. Yeah, Japanese, I'm Vietnamese. Little, have you seen, what's that comedian? What's his name? Joe Coy? Oh, dude, Joe Coy. He does the greatest impression of the different types of Asian. Yo, what's up, Bento? What's up, Harry Pot Smoker? What's up, brother? Super fun. Dude, I gotta make you like a moderator or something, man. What's going on, brother? I'm paying $900, 2-bed, 2-bathroom? Really? Dude, I had a 1-bedroom, well, it's just a 1-bedroom, 1.5 bath. I paid $25 a month for it. That's not including HOA and a bunch of other bull crap. I mean, that's why I don't have it no more. Too expensive, man. When I originally bought it, it wasn't that much, but every year it kept going up and up and up and up. By the time I was like, well, my salary never kept going up, and my HOA and everything else was going up. So it's like, well, I was able to afford it 6 years ago when it was this price, and my salary was here. My salary never really went up, barely, a little bit. And then it was insane. HOA can blow. Expensive here in California. Oh yeah, man. And they get you with these, you know, weird HOA fees. And I like HOA. Like when I first bought my condo, the HOA was pretty good. I saw them literally take care of everything, man. You would text them, they would come down and fix it. Pools and jacuzzis and spas were always nice, clean. Always had people walking around cleaning up trash. And then they just kept raising it and raising it. And by the time I looked around, you know, I became extremely house broke. And I was like, you know, it's time for me to move on, man. Sad but true. Sad but true. Don't. All right. Man, I bet the freeways are jammed. HOA are a waste of money and are a pyramid scam. I believe it 100%, dude. 100%. The only reason I said my HOA was pretty good is it wasn't that expensive and I saw them do a lot of work. But they did the same work for 4 times as much after they kept raising HOA. Yeah, cause you got to pay more for the cleaning of the lawns or, you know, maintenance of the services, and then you got to pay the employees like that. I can't. That's insane, you know. Yeah, HOAs are. Everything was fine and dandy before HOAs were invented, or I don't even know who's the jackass that made that up. You know, we have to have a nice long talk with that dipshit. Sad but true. Don't. Yeah, prices in Cali are trash. Absolutely. What's up, Bento? 1,100. Where? Yo. You know, California, man. It's difficult. We're gonna go up here. Yo, what's popping in the? Just say hi. What's up, brother? Take care, brother. Take care, Potts. Okay. I can't even say that name out loud, man. What's up, Harry Pot Smoker? Cheers, brother. Cheers. $425 a year, sometimes 200 units. Yeah, that's an insane amount of money. If you get a job with ICE, does that impact your VA benefits, or will you be rolling in the cash? What's up, Jackson? No, it's completely separate. Yeah, the VA, like anything you've done with the military, that's strictly between you and the branch of service you served and the military. You know, that has nothing to do with, you can be whatever happens after that, they're not tied together. You know, that's not, yeah, it's all separate. Like, the government knows, you know, that's part of the program you serve and you get benefits. So it would be counterintuitive to have it count against you if you were to apply for a job or something. You know what I'm saying? And you always have to remember too, the VA is medical, and people just can't look at your medical, you know, your medical portfolio or whatever and judge you for that or whatever, or take something away from you for that. They can't do that. That's a big no. That's totally against the law. What they call it something, but you know, it's the same. Yeah, it's, you know, no. So yeah, anything you do with the military, anything you guys agree on in your contract, any deals, any bonuses, any benefits, that's all completely separate from any civilian life choices you make. The only thing I think that they can, if you commit a felony, I think that becomes when they start taking stuff away. I think that might not even be true. I'm not even sure, because I'm sure there's veterans that have gotten in a lot of trouble or still getting their benefits or their medical care and stuff. But I don't think so. I don't know. But no. The one job, I remember, if you were a cop and you got deployed, the city would pay you money. You know, you'd still have your cop salary. Like, I knew cops in my unit that were reserves at one time, or now they're active duty, vice versa, active duty to reserves. But every time we got deployed or they got orders, they would still receive their state or their cop salary for most of the deployment. These guys were coming home, I mean, every month with their cop salary and the military salary. They were coming home, I mean, like a 10 grand paycheck, like every 2 weeks or something. They were making bank, dude. No shutdown hasn't affected, no. Yes, we lose our outsourced doctors. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that makes sense. Outsourced. Does that government shutdown impact anything for you? Yeah, Jason would know more about that than me. Outsource, yeah, outsourced, I would say. But like, no, I haven't been affected by it yet. I have not been affected by it yet. Yeah, and the outsourced doctors, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That the VA, see, the government, I remember, if you guys ever wonder why the government sucks at doing anything, the government tried to get in-house doctors to take care of us, and it was so overcrowded, the doctors stopped caring, that now they outsource, you know, like, hey, go to the doctor by your house. That's a good doctor. We'll pay for it. The doctor will send us the bill. Yeah, that I can see that being affected a little bit, because that's kind of a new program, and then, you know, a doctor doesn't want to give Jason treatment if the government shut down. You know, that's where they're getting their income. If Jason goes to see him and the doctor gives him $100,000 worth of treatment and the government shut down, that doctor has to eat the bullet. So yeah, as a normal, you know, business person, I love my veterans, but I'd be like, dude, I can't eat $100,000 if the government doesn't pay for it. So yeah, that, I can see that eating into the VA stuff. The My Choice programs goes away. Yeah, crazy how much power. Yeah, Chuck Schumer, man, the old fuck. Like, when there's, I remember, like, I was active duty. I was on base. No, I was 2010. I got off and I became a reservist. And my buddy that passed away, Eric Ochoa, he was active duty. He stayed on and he re-enlisted. So then we split. He stayed at Pendleton and I was in Miramar, San Diego. And then Obama's shutdown happened. And I was a reservist at the time. We showed up for formation and they said, we're not getting paid this weekend. All Marines go home. So we all went home. No big deal. Active duty guys, because I left from San Diego to drive past Camp Pendleton, I called my buddy Ochoa. I was like, dude, I'm off work, brother. I'm going home. You know, let's get a beer. He goes, you know, what's up with you guys? He goes, oh, dude, we still got to stay. You know, active duty guys still got to fulfill their contract. You know, it doesn't matter whether they're going to get paid or not. But they stayed on for like a week, I think. And then the active duty guys, I think, ended up getting dismissed too. Like, go home, come back when you get paid, and like 3 days later they got paid, and it was like a mini vacation for everybody. It wasn't that bad for military wise. But a lot of the, you know, if you're active duty and you sign that contract, especially in the Marine Corps, whether you get paid or not, you got to fulfill that contract. You know, the money, that doesn't matter. This is Sparta, you know. In the eyes of the government, we are just a number. Oh yeah, Jason. You know, you grab a sheet of paper and you look at a bunch of names. That's just, in my mind, it's just 100 names on a paper, man. I can't. Yeah. The only thing, you know, that's different, I would say, is if you give me, you know, if you gave me a list of people, like, you know, the only thing that separates us between us and any other government or any other society is, you know, I start saying, like, instead of just names on a paper, I would say, like, you know, those are American names on a paper. So, you know, I treat it with a little more respect, you know. There's not a lot of Americans out there, boys, and we allow a lot of trash in our house here in our country. And we gotta take care of the Americans in our sight, in our vision, you know. In the eyes of the government, we're just a number. Yeah, Trump relocated $8 billion to pay troops. There you go. Really, what's up, time? Simplify, brother. Yeah, so that I see that makes sense. I'm sure the executive branch, you know, the CEO of the of our beloved country can move money around, no problem. That's good. The VA doctors I was lucky. Some VA doctors are really good, man. I was talking to a guy, I forget what about, but he was an outsourced doctor, and I was just like, dude, like, yeah, there was a big, you know, the VA wasn't that good, you know, it has its ups and downs, but the doctors, you know, I was like, no offense, doc, but some of the doctors that were there, you know, were not up to speed with what you want. And he goes, yeah, some of the doctors were just like those new doctors or older doctors that just want to retire. You know, they weren't the best and brightest because the pay sucked, or, you know, it was just awful to work in a VA hospital. But now they're getting better. They're slowly getting better. They're getting on top of their stuff, you know, a little more than usual. Not a bad day. We needed this rain out here, that's for sure. I'm glad I'm not working, boys. If I was driving that, oh my God, I can't drive in the rain no more. It's too scary, man. I've been hit too many times. I actually don't even want to. Oh man. I was gonna go to physical therapy today, but I don't want to drive in the rain, man. Drive in the rain through on the highways and shit out here. Ugh, fuck. Not good. Not good. I had too many experiences with those, man. Peace in our time. Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? You know? The next war that will be kicked off, I guess, will be through China somehow, but China's too big of a pussy, man. Those guys, if they wanted to do something by now, they would have done it. They're not down for that smoke, dude. I think they would get their asses kicked by Vietnam if they tried some crazy shit. Vietnam don't want that nonsense in their backyard. What's up, Yoda? Dead. What's up, Young Jeezy? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? My view is VA's okay, doctor average, bureaucracy horrid. Yeah, the VA is not bad. Like, you get really good people that work there and want to help. And I remember I got glasses, and I was just shocked by the new systems that they had, the laser thing that you put on your face, like just the things that they use. I don't know. I just remember the VA being just a dumpster fire, man. It smelled like it was never, ugh, you know. Nah, I mean, Jelly Bean. I don't want to. Ah, look right here. Perfect. Perfect. All right, I was, dude, but I don't want to drive on the freeway. Anyways, devil dogs. Vietnam kicked China out after we left. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm great. Nice, Yoda. What's going on, brother? Yoda to Jeezy. Big fucking China, Vietnam kicked China out after we left. Ah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, no one likes China, dude. China, I mean, like with Vietnam, you know, we have that history of going to war with these guys, you know. And China, they don't have, no one likes China. Chinese people don't even like China. Why did I get blocked? Did you? You're good, man. No one blocked you. No one blocked you. Did they? I must have skipped it. I don't know. Maybe YouTube went after you for some reason. YouTube. I think I got like a YouTube moderator that does that or something, right? I don't know how that all works. Dude, just people. Oh, let's see if it works, boys. Ah. All right. I put a magnet down to hold my wallet. All right, that looks cool. Happy Tuesday, handsome. Hey, love your old thumbnail pic. Hey, yeah, man, that was in so my thumbnail pic. Yeah, that was in Iraq, and I was in a bunker, and it was shaped at like a pyramid. So you only saw the pointy part sticking out of the ground, and I was right in the pointy part because there was a big a big hole right on the pointy part of the pyramid. Boom! Someone shot it, right? So we walked in there, and we used it as shelter afterwards. But that's where that pic came from. But the best part is, you know, maybe it's a building, so it looked like if you look at a one-story building, it just looked like a pyramid, right? And you're like, well, that's weird. Why would someone build a concrete, cement-looking pyramid out in the desert? And Saddam built a couple of these things around Iraq. And once we got inside, they went straight down. So they were built, pyramid was built in the ground as a bunker for the Iraqi military. And they were big, man. They looked like pyramids, like little Egyptian pyramids. And then once we got in there, or before we even got in there, I don't know what airplane, they dropped a bunker buster on it, and it went right through the top one, like one of the sides of the pyramids, and that thing went straight through. And you just saw concrete and steel. I've never seen like concrete and rebar and steel beams bend in. But you'd look up, man, at the ceiling, and just the whole ceiling's bent in. You kind of look right at your feet, and the first floor is broken in, second floor is broken in, and it's just a straight hole all the way to the bottom. And that picture, me and that buddy that are standing there, we took off all our gear and we just kind of stood there and we looked down and we were like in shock, you know, what the fuck. And I was close with this guy, his name's Mike, but we weren't that, you know, we were just we bonded over the pure destruction of one bomb. And then a buddy of ours had a camera and said, "Hey guys, smile." Because we in that picture, we just got done like with everything. That was it. That was end of our day. We were gonna do like a mission brief, but it was like, drop your gear, you're secure. We're gonna live in this bunker for a day or two, and head out. But yeah, man, I was in good shape back in the day, man. I was in good shape. China is gay. Like a movie, yeah, like a movie. It was pretty wild, man. I can remember that day. I was just like, oh my God. Like, there's no hiding. That was the biggest thing. There was no hiding from. So when you fight America and our military, I just like, there, you can't hide anymore. There's no hiding. There's no building a bunker to hide, you know, there's no base building. There's no, we'll get you. We'll get you, you know. We'll fly from Texas all the way to Iran just to bomb a mountaintop. You know, it's insane. It's actually kind of sad because, like, there's no, you know, we're not on an equal playing field. But it was a while. I couldn't believe it, man. I wish I took more pictures. But I threw a lot of stuff away because I didn't want to get caught with it, you know. You just don't want to. I wanted to go home, man. You know, I wanted to go home and I didn't want to be anywhere near. You know, it looks like you just got done doing 150 push-ups with that chest. Dude, I was strong, man. I was fucking a beast back in the day, man. Yeah, man, that's all I did was work out. That's all I did. I had a great, yeah, I was strong. Yeah, but I always I always put it on myself to, like, if I was doing something, you know, I have to get to training. You know, I like to be prepared and in shape and in focus mentally, physically before I do anything. But so before, like, or even during, I stay like extremely focused. So if, like, during my whole like deployment or my whole like military, pretty much most of it, you know, I like to train for the big game. You know, I like to train for football. I'll train all day, you know, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week before I even step foot on the football field or before I even put on the uniform. I make sure I'm the top dog. You know, I like to feel like I'm the top dog. I don't like to be around a bunch of, you know, other killers, and I don't want to be the pussy of the group, you know. So you make sure you're physically fit, mentally prepared. You know, out of 10 people, you're at least halfway better than most just by showing up, being in shape, you know, being able to run and lift and yeah. Where is the perimeter alarm today? Song, please. Top Dog is my calling card. Dude, have you played Battlefield 6, dude? I haven't played it, but it looks dope. It looks really good. Really good. I train to spot movement. I'm extremely good at my job. Yeah, you know, if you have a different set of skills, mine, I'm a physical guy. I like to be in the mix with the boys, you know. But just finished the campaign. Oh, really, dude? That's sick, man. They're gonna take. I don't know. Battlefield looks good, man. It looks good. A lot of hope. A lot of hope in that. Anyways, Devil Dogs, I got to get going, man. I got to get in this building and crack some skulls. I'm Turkish. Hey, my best friend was from Turkey, man. He's not with us anymore, but he was Turkish and Armenian. Great dude. Herman Kushikusolo, dude. That was his whole name. My dad has been getting into COD and screaming at the other dudes on there. Yeah. Tell your dad he's a man against children, dude. Battlefield reminds me of home. Yeah, I mean, it's chaotic, dude. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Howard, Jason, Time, Peace, Alyssa, love you, girl. You guys, I appreciate my boy from Turkey. Unc Andy, my man. Semper Fi, Unc. I appreciate you guys. You guys take care. I got to get going. I'll be on tomorrow and enjoy your day. Semper Fi. Peace.